Hello and welcome to the Billionaire Journey Podcast. Today we want to talk about the power of taking action. The power of taking action. I will also be talking about why it's essential for achieving your desired goals. Now, many people get stuck, right, in the planning and thinking phase because really, when it comes to taking action, I believe that taking action is far greater than just thinking about it or planning and planning. you know, the truth is, action is what leads to result. When you take action, you create a momentum and bring your ideas to life. You see, taking action actually also helps you to overcome fear and self-doubt, and it allows you to learn from your mistakes and make adjustments along the way. Have you seen someone, or maybe you've been in that situation yourself, whereby you wanted to start like a business or you wanted to do something, but you kept planning and planning and planning, and up to today you haven't launched that business? So you see, there are dangers of overthinking. Overthinking can lead to analysis paralysis, where you get stuck in an endless cycle of thinking and never actually taking action. So, this can be a major obstacle to achieving your goals, and it prevents you from making progress and learning from your experiences. Right? So, to be able to do this and to be able to become successful and achieve your goal, you have to follow what we call the 80-20 rule. So a good way to balance thinking, right, and action is by following this rule, which is the 80-20 rule that I just mentioned. It states that 80% of the results 80% of the results, right, actually come from 20% of the effort, right? So this means that you should focus on taking action on the most important tasks and not getting bogged down in the details. And then people just looking for details and details and details and planning, and they never, able to get started. So let's take, for example, like I mentioned, many people have an idea for a business, but they never take action. They are always thinking and planning, but they never take the first step, right? Because there's a saying that every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. That means taking action. On the other hand, if you take action, right, you can start testing your idea with a small group of people. This can be a way to validate your idea, get feedback, and make adjustment. For example, now there is a course about to launch, right? And to be honest with you, I've also been planning, but when I realized that planning will not take me anywhere, I began to take action. I began creating the course, and now I've created the landing page because I'm going to organize a webinar. By the way, if you have not listened to our episode on how to create the perfect webinar, go back to the Billionaire Journey Podcast. Just click on the icon of our podcast or the logo and listen to our previous episode, right? And you're going to learn about how to create the perfect webinar. So I'm creating the webinar already, but I've created the landing page, right? I have created the first email that people will receive by the time they sign up for the webinar. I have started taking action, and the next step will be, when I'm done with that, is to start running advert, right, to ensure that people come for my webinar, right? So it's important that you take action so that you can start testing your idea with a small group of people. This way you can validate your idea, get feedback, and make adjustment. And I hope that you take action today. Perhaps there's a book you've always wanted to read, there is a business you've always wanted to launch, there is a relationship you've always wanted to start. Take action, because every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. I hope you got something valuable from today's podcast, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. By the way, before we go, if you have not subscribed to our newsletter, please go to thebillionairejourney.com and subscribe to our newsletter. I look forward to seeing you some other time. Take action today.